Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt excited about moving yet completely overwhelmed the moment you looked at everything you had to pack? It's such a familiar feeling. You're thrilled about the new place, but at the same time, you're staring at your belongings, realizing you have to handle every single box on your own. That's exactly why I made this video. I want to guide you through the process step by step, how to pack smarter, protect your items, and unpack without chaos. These aren't just theories. They're methods I've used in every move I've done, and they've saved me hours of stress-broken dishes and sleepless nights. Everything I'll share here has been tried, refined, and proven to make moving day gentler and easier. So stay with me until the end. I promise the tips in this video will help you feel more confident and more in control.
And if you enjoy home organization and practical life tricks, make sure to follow and subscribe. There are many more useful cleaning and packing guides coming your way.
Now we're stepping into 4 smart packing categories, a section that sets the foundation for a calmer, clearer moving experience. Let's begin with the simplest habit that changed every move for me. When it comes to moving, the simplest way to protect your energy and avoid last-minute chaos is to start by sorting your belongings into clear categories. Over time, and after more moves than I expected, I've realized that this step alone can determine whether the moving day feels manageable or overwhelming. I usually begin with personal items such as clothing, shoes, skincare, and accessories. These things tend to spread across the house without you noticing, and packing them first brings an immediate sense of order. I also prepare a small first night bag with pajamas, basic skincare, a charger, and one clean outfit. Having these essentials ready keeps me from tearing open boxes just to find a toothbrush after a long day. For the rest of the clothing, I divide them by season or by function, like winter coats in one box and everyday wear in another. It makes unpacking smoother and helps everything stay clean and fresh. The kitchen is always the trickiest part, full of fragile dishes and oddly shaped items. I wrap bowls and plates with dish towels or honeycomb paper and place them upright the way they sit in a dishwasher. Doing this has reduced the number of broken dishes in every move I've had. I also prepare a small first-day kitchen box with instant noodles, 2 bowls, chopsticks, and an electric kettle. There's something comforting about being able to make a warm meal even when everything is still in boxes. Electronics and fragile decor require extra patience. Before unplugging anything, I take photos of the cable setup. It may seem unnecessary, but those photos have saved me hours of guessing where each cable belongs. I label the cords, tie them with Velcro straps, and cushion fragile items with soft clothes when possible. It avoids waste and keeps everything secure during transport. Important documents are the only things I never pack into the moving truck. I keep passports, personal records, and warranties in a zippered pouch inside my handbag. Losing any of these during a move is a headache no one wants to experience. Sometimes I even color code the boxes: blue for personal items, red for kitchenware, yellow for electronics, and green for documents. Combined with large labels, this helps everyone involved understand exactly where each box should go, making the entire moving process calmer, clearer, and much more manageable. If you enjoy practical tips like these, don't miss tomorrow's new video, where I'll dive into simplifying your space-clearing clutter, arranging essentials, and refreshing every corner of your home. It's packed with ideas you'll truly use, so be sure to watch. Once everything is sorted, the next step is to decide what truly deserves to come with you. Next, we move into the keep, donate, discard method. It sounds basic, but when applied with honesty, it helps you let go of clutter and keep only what truly serves your life. I always start with the things I reach for every day. These are easy to identify. They're the clothes I rotate through, the skincare I finish regularly, the tools I genuinely use in the kitchen. Anything that still brings comfort or joy goes straight into the keep pile. I've learned that keeping fewer, more meaningful items makes unpacking at the new place feel much lighter. The next group is the donate pile. These are items still in good condition, but barely used gifts I appreciated, but never quite reached for clothes that aren't my style anymore, or household items I ended up with duplicates of. Passing them on to someone who will actually use them feels surprisingly freeing. It turns the moving process into something a little more generous and a little less stressful. Then comes the discard category, and this is where honesty matters most. Things that are expired, broken, worn out, or simply taking up emotional space need to go. I remember opening my kitchen cabinet once and finding 8 jars of seasoning, some almost empty, some expired, and a few unopened. I kept the 3 I used, donated 2, and threw away the rest. It was a small act, but it made the whole kitchen feel clearer. Using this method has helped every move feel intentional instead of overwhelming. After choosing what stays, what goes, and what gets donated, it's time to pack the right way so everything stays clean, easy to find, and stress-free on moving day. Now we continue with Organize and Packing Smart. For clothing, toiletries, and everyday essentials, I rely heavily on zip bags, small fabric pouches, or packing cubes. They help keep everything separated and prevent that overwhelming everything is everywhere feeling. I often divide items based on their use: work outfits in one cube, loungewear, and pajamas in another, and going out clothes in a separate bag. Toiletries go into waterproof zip pouches, so I never have to worry about leaks ruining anything else. This structure saves me from rummaging through random boxes just to get through the first night. I always prepare a first 24-hour bag, and it has never failed me. Inside is one complete outfit: basic toiletries like toothbrush and toothpaste, a small towel, and my phone charger. Once, after an exhausting move, this little bag saved me from unpacking half the living room just to find clean clothes. It's a small habit, but it makes the first day in a new home so much gentler. The kitchen, though, is a whole different story. It's the last section I pack, but the first I open. Since dishes break easily, I wrap them in kitchen towels to avoid wasting too much packaging paper. I also learned that standing plates upright, just like in a dishwasher, reduces the chance of cracking. Then I gather essential items into what I call my basic living box. It includes a small knife, a mini chopping board, instant noodles, one set of bowls and chopsticks, and an electric kettle. Even if the house is still full of boxes, I can prepare a quick meal. Electronics require patience and a little strategy. Before disconnecting anything, I take photos of the cables from the back of the TV speakers or computer. Those photos have saved me from hours of confusion. I label each cable with tiny stickers and keep them neatly wrapped using Velcro or zip ties. When I moved my desktop computer, which had 5 different cords, the numbered labels made reassembly take just minutes. As for important documents, they never go into any moving box. I keep passports, contracts, laptops, hard drives, and emergency cash in my personal backpack. So many people lose track of warranties or rental agreements because they toss them into a miscellaneous box. Keeping them close ensures nothing essential disappears in the chaos. Now that the basics are sorted and packed, the next part is all about safety, making sure every box is balanced. At this point, we're entering the safe box formula, a section that helps every box stay balanced, protected, and easy to carry throughout the moving day. When it comes to packing safely, I always fall back on one simple idea: keep the heavy things at the bottom and the lighter ones on top. It sounds obvious, but during a move, when everything feels chaotic, it's surprisingly easy to forget. Over the years, I've learned that heavy items like books, cast iron pots, and blenders need a stable foundation. If they sit on top, they crush whatever lies beneath, and even a sturdy box can give way.
I still remember the first time I moved on my own. I had stuffed all my books into one huge box because I wanted to be efficient. The moment I tried to lift it, the bottom split open and the books scattered across the hallway. I ended up sitting on the floor feeling exhausted, realizing efficiency sometimes means doing things more slowly and more thoughtfully.
Lightweight items, pillows, folded blankets, plastic decor should go above the heavier ones, almost like a cushion. They help fill space without adding strain. I like to think of each box as a small balanced ecosystem. The bottom gives strength, the top gives softness, and trust me, your back will thank you later. Another thing I've learned the hard way is not to overpack any box, no matter how tempting it is to fit just one more thing. When a box becomes too full, it's harder to lift safely, and movers may end up grabbing it by awkward angles, increasing the chance of tears or injuries. These days, I divide heavy items like books into 2 or 3 smaller boxes instead of cramming them into one. It may take more trips, but everything arrives intact and no one gets hurt. Even with perfect packing, moving day comes with its own challenges. A few small precautions can protect both your furniture and your home. Now we move on to prevent big damage on moving day. Instead of dragging them across the floor, which almost guarantees scratches, I use a simple dolly or a push cart. It may seem like an extra step, but it prevents damage and saves your back. I once made the mistake of pulling a heavy box across my old apartment's wooden floor because I was tired and just wanted to finish. The scratch it left behind was so deep that I had to pay extra when I moved out. Since then, the dolly has become my best friend during every move. Another little trick is wrapping the corners of furniture tables, chairs, cabinets with towels, bubble wrap, or even soft foam. Corners are the first things to bump into walls, and they can easily chip the paint or crack the plaster. I still remember helping my sister move her dressing table. Before lifting it, we wrapped the corners with 2 layers of kitchen towels and secured them with tape. It looked funny, but it prevented both the table and the wall from getting damaged. Walls also need a bit of care. In narrow hallways or tight door frames, I put strips of tape, sometimes painter's tape, along the sharp edges where furniture is likely to rub. When we moved our refrigerator through a tight hallway, we wrapped the fridge with 2 thin blankets and taped the hallway corners. It slid through without a single scrape. A few minutes of preparation saved us a lot of repair work. These small steps may feel like extra effort, but they give you peace of mind. Moving is tiring enough. Protecting your home and belongings makes the whole process gentler and much less stressful. And once everything finally arrives at the new place, the question becomes, where do you even start? That's where a simple unboxing sequence makes all the difference. Next, let's take a look at the unpacking order. It may sound simple, but the sequence sleep, shower, eat has saved me from so much chaos during past moves. I start with the bedroom because having a place to lie down, even for 10 minutes, makes the entire move feel less overwhelming. In my early 20s, I once spent 2 hours searching through random boxes for a pillow, and that night I ended up sleeping on a folded towel. Since then, the very first box I open is the one with bedding, the sheets, the pillows, and a clean set of pajamas. The moment I make the bed, the whole house suddenly feels more welcoming, even if everything else is still in boxes. After that, I move straight to bathroom essentials. Trust me, nothing feels better than being able to wash your face, brush your teeth, or take a quick shower after hours of lifting and unpacking. I prepare a small bathroom survival box with towel, shampoo, soap, and a toothbrush, and keep it near the top. One time I forgot to pack these items together, and I had to dig through half the living room before finding my shower gel. Now I never repeat that mistake. Only once the bedroom and bathroom are ready do I open anything related to the kitchen. I'm not aiming for a full meal, just enough to avoid going to bed hungry. A simple box containing an electric kettle, instant noodles, a pair of bowls, and 2 sets of chopsticks is all I need. I remember arriving at my most recent apartment at 11 p.m. Everything was a mess, but I was still able to enjoy a warm cup of noodles because I had prepared that little kitchen box in advance. Unpacking can feel endless, but following this order gives you comfort energy and a sense of control from the very first night. And finally, we arrive at First Day Essentials, the last part of today's guide, where we check fragile items, handle leaks, and clear out the packing mess before it grows. Nothing feels better than knowing the fragile items survived the trip and that the space won't turn chaotic with packing materials everywhere. The very first thing I check is anything fragile or easily damaged. Over the years, I've learned that glassware, ceramics, and small kitchen appliances are the most vulnerable during transport. I gently open the box containing glass or porcelain items and inspect each piece under good light. Once I found a drinking glass with a chipped rim and I tossed it immediately. Keeping damaged glass is risky, especially when you're tired and could accidentally use it without noticing. I do the same with small electronics like a blender or an electric kettle. A quick test to make sure they turn on properly gives me peace of mind before I unpack the rest of the kitchen. Liquid toiletries are another category I check right away. Toner, body wash, and facial oil can leak easily if a cap loosens during the move. I've had a bottle of toner spill across a corner of a box before, and since then I always open these boxes first to prevent messes from spreading. Wiping down the bottles and repacking them neatly takes only a minute, but it saves so much frustration later. After checking the essentials, I turn my attention to the mess left by packing materials. If I don't deal with the empty boxes early, the whole space starts to feel overwhelming. I break down the cardboard boxes, stack them into a neat pile, and designate one corner of the new home as the waste station. All paper wrap and tape go there. By the end of the day, I only have one large bag of waste to bring to the recycling point instead of scattered clutter covering every room. This simple routine makes the first day in a new home calmer, cleaner, and much easier to navigate. After walking through these packing and moving tips, I hope you now see how a little preparation can completely change the way your moving day feels. Small habits like organizing early, choosing what truly matters, and unpacking in a calm, intentional order can make the entire transition smoother and far less overwhelming.
And if you're in the middle of planning your own move, I genuinely hope you'll find the ideas that fit your lifestyle and put them into practice so your next move feels lighter, easier, and much more peaceful.
If you want to continue simplifying your living space, I have another video dedicated to decluttering, arranging your essentials, and refreshing your home in a practical, realistic way. If this video helped you in any way, please like, share, and subscribe. You deserve a home that feels clear, breathable, and comforting. So share these tips with friends and family because everyone needs the right tools to care for their space.